What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, the Ultimate Rage, coming back with yet another live here in the No Cap Zone, where we have a strict dress code. Now get the fuck off with that capping ass motherfucking bullshit. Okay? The only kind of cap that we allow around these parts is your thinking cap. Otherwise, move the hell around. This ain't the place for you. I'm just letting you know in advance, this is not where you want to be. Because around these parts, all we care about are the facts, the data, the truth, the information, statistics. You know, things that can actually be demonstrated in real life. You know, like in real time. You know, like while we're actually alive and while we're sane and of sound mind. Because otherwise, I have no idea what the fuck these goofies out here are talking about. And to tell you the truth, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Which is why we gotta talk about it. So let's talk about it. So, as usual, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, turn on notifications, hit the website, offthe9.com. 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 You can go to offthe9.com/awaken.php. Link available in the description. Join the Discord. We're changing the game. Got my new channel trailer that's gonna be premiering tomorrow at 5 p.m. So come through, join me. It's gonna be quick. It's only 73 seconds, but it's dope. So come through and fuck with your boy, okay? Now, let's get into the nitty gritty of the topic for today. So, long story short, what the fuck are we doing, people? What exactly are we doing? What are our goals? What are our aims? What are we hoping to accomplish? What up, Harley? What up, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, famo? What's good? Yeah, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? What are our goals? What are our aims? What are we trying to do as a human race, as American citizens, as conscious beings, as earthlings? What are we trying to accomplish? We have a major problem because nobody seems to know what the hell they're talking about. We have all these different groups of people who have all these ridiculous ideas, worldviews, ideologies, and such. And so, as a result, we're in a state of chaos, particularly here in America, which I like to call the scam capital, the capital of the world, the divided states of corporations. What up, fam? What up, what up, what up? We here. We here, baby. We here. So it's like we have all these different ideologies, all these different groups. As many of you know, I'm a straight up atheist and an anti-theist. But not only am I an atheist and an anti-theist, I am specifically what is called a Gnostic atheist. Okay? I am a Gnostic atheist as opposed to an agnostic atheist. Most atheists tend to be agnostic. And I get it, I understand it to a degree, but I disagree with it. So, before we get into the topic, first, you know, we have to define the terms. What am I talking about? What is a Gnostic versus an atheist versus the whatever the fuck? Alright, so, let's have that discussion. So, here we go. See if they bring it up. Okay. So, Gnostic versus agnostic deals with truth. Atheist versus theist deals with belief. So, as you see here, Gnostics claim to have knowledge about the existence of God, while agnostics believe that the existence of God is unknown or unknowable. Atheists do not believe in any gods, and theists affirm the existence of one or more gods. Alright? So, let's break that down a little bit, okay? So, Theist versus atheist. A theist believes in the existence of a God. An atheist does not believe in the existence of a God. An agnostic believes they can't say whether or not there is or isn't. A Gnostic says, yes, we can say whether there is or isn't. So, as an example, a Gnostic theist is a theist, a person who believes in God, who will tell you, for sure, there is a God, for sure. And I know it. I know it because I know it because I know it. I've seen people say shit like that. Whereas me, a Gnostic atheist, I'm like, yeah, y'all ain't got shit. Y'all ain't got shit. They ain't shit. They never been shit. Why are we wasting our time talking about this shit? So then, an agnostic theist will say, I believe in God, but I can't say whether or not there actually is one, but I believe it. These are the kinds of people who will tell you the Pascal's wager stuff. Well, wouldn't it be better to believe just in case? Just in case there is actually a hell and you might actually go there upon your death. Therefore, wouldn't it be better to just like avoid that by believing this retarded ass nonsense? Whereas an agnostic atheist is someone who's like, I don't believe in the Lord, I don't believe in God, but you can't say really whether or not there is or isn't one. There might be, there may not be. Who knows? Who freaking knows? Yeah, that shit is weak as hell. That's why I have a major problem with agnostic atheists. I have a major problem with agnostic atheism. That's why it is referred to as weak atheism, whereas Gnostic atheism is referred to as strong atheism. Now, they didn't mean it in terms of like the strength of it, more so of like the level of conviction of it, right? You know, I'm a staunch atheist. I will tell you straight up, ain't no God. Whatever that shit is that y'all talking about, ain't none of that shit. So the reason why this is important to talk about is because I ended up having a conversation today on Facebook with an agnostic atheist, and it stemmed from yesterday. But I'll show y'all the post. Okay, I was on the Facebook. I know, ancient, right? But I'm still on there. I'm in all these different groups. So this is the post that I was reacting to. I'm in this group called Carl Sagan's Vision, right? So there's a lot of pro-theist and anti-theist posts that go up. A lot of people commenting who are either pro-theism or anti-theism. So this is one of those posts. So it says right here, those who believe without reason cannot be convinced by reason. And so I commented on here, I disagree with this wholeheartedly. Some people who believe without reason can be convinced with reason, and I know because I'm fucking one of them. Alright, so let me go into that a little bit. So, I used to be a Christian. At the age of 16, I dedicated my life to Christ, okay? I was brought to the church. They did the fucking the altar call, right? And so, all the people pressed me, yeah, you should go, you should go, you should go. So I went, and I'm like, okay, well, I believe that there's a God anyway, right? Because I like to talk to myself, and I like to think that I was talking to someone or something. So, hey, there's a God. So I'm just going to accept this theist stuff at face value because I already believe that there is a God in some form or fashion, right? Because, you know, when you're born in America, you're automatically, you know, surrounded by a lot of theism in a lot of different places, especially in the south side of Chicago. Churches everywhere, okay? So I became a Christian. Long story short, I attended a Christian college called Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan. They are a CRC religion, which is the Christian Reformed Church, which is a subsidiary of Well, Calvinism, because hey, it's Calvin College, named after John Calvin, who was like the right-hand man of Martin Luther, who led the Protestant Reformation back in like the 1600s or some shit like that, 1400s, but back in the fucking day, okay? Back in the motherfucking day, which should have been the first major, I guess, data point that theism is bullshit. Why would you need a reformation on some shit that's supposedly true? Right? Like, what the hell is that about? But anywho, I went to a Christian college as a Christian. Even though I attended a Baptist church, I didn't consider myself a Baptist. I considered myself a Christian because I didn't understand why there were all these different subsidiary groups, which should have been another data point. Why are there all these different groups? Why are there these different subgroups of a super group that's supposed to be the truth? The super truth. How can the different people have different interpretations of the same thing if it's the truth? That doesn't even make sense. So anywho, I went to the school, right? Calvin College. I attended from 2004 to 2009. I did an extra semester. And long story short, I went in as a Christian. I majored in business, minored in philosophy, and I minored in philosophy because I wanted to apply the philosophy to my biblical teaching so that I can have a very logical basis to understand the word of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, so I can develop my relationship with Jesus, and thusly I can really relay the word of the Lord to all the non-believers so that I could save their souls. Okay, that was the reason for me going to a Christian church as a Christian. Okay, because that was the reason why I called what's good. That's why I called myself the Ultimate Rage originally, right? At least that's one of the reasons, because the rage used to stand for the ultimate rebellion against God's enemies. I was a Christian rapper. I was rapping for the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, okay? I loved Jesus a lot, okay? I really wanted to understand Christianity and the Lord, okay? So I would go to different churches in the neighborhood. I would go to different Christian fucking services on campus, right? I would go to chapel. I would go to loft. I would go to whatever service was happening either at the school or at a church in the area or whatever the case may be. Plus, I was having Bible studies with my dorm mates. Not to mention, I was studying the Bible on my own because I was a really, really, really Jesus-believing believer. Okay? I really wanted to understand the text. I wanted to understand the theology. I wanted to break it all down. Okay? But then, the more I studied philosophy, the more I studied theology, the more that I learned about logic, about science. I took astronomy also. Astronomy had a huge impact on me as well. Studying astronomy, studying philosophy, and just studying in general, just learning stuff that just, helped to shape my cognition. The more that I understood these different fields, science, logic, philosophy, or whatever, the less and less and less and less sense Christianity made. It just didn't make sense at all. And then I came upon this passage that basically caused me to really rethink my belief in the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Long story short, is this passage right here. I like to show y'all all the fucking time because at the end of the day, I don't understand. I was just showing in fact, I was showing my uncle and one of his band members this passage because these Christians, man, they love to talk Christianity. They have no problem bringing it up at any random time. We're literally eating chicken, and we're at this guy's house. He's a good guy, okay? He's mostly a good guy, as far as I'm aware. I hear rumors that he might. I'm not gonna put that out there, but from what I know, he's a good guy. I've heard things, but I'm not gonna spread a rumor if I don't have direct evidence of it. But anyway, we're at this guy's house. We're eating chicken. His wife is at a church conference down in Florida. So why didn't you go, bro? Mind you, this guy is a pastor. Okay? Pastor. Yeah. Exactly. You have to. Because when you believe, you really want to understand it. You want to be in tune with the Lord. You're trying not to let the Lord down. You really want to serve the Lord, right? You want to really be in His good graces. You want to be a great follower. You want the Lord to be like, yes, my son, my daughter, or whatever the fuck you identify as, I am proud of you. I approve of you. I love you. You are doing exactly as I want you to do. And you can be like, yes, thank you, Father. Thank you, because the Lord is a male, of course. Thank you, Father. Yes, I am so grateful. I'm not worthy, but thank you so fucking much. Oh my God. I mean, I'm sorry. I said the F word. I can't believe I fucking said, oh, damn it. But ultimately, you know, my uncle likes to say this thing. He says it all the time, and it drives me crazy. So he's like, yeah, God don't make mistakes. God don't make mistakes. And then, of course, Mr. Pastor over here was like, And I couldn't help myself. I'm like, actually, yes, he does. Yes, he does. And they're like, oh, what do you mean? What are you talking about? So I showed them this passage, right? So here's the passage right here, okay? So 1 Samuel 15. So I didn't even go over this part with them, right? Which is what changed my mind about this. It says, Samuel said to Saul, I am the one the Lord sent to anoint you king over his people Israel. So listen now to the message from the Lord. This is what the Lord Almighty says. I will punish the Amalekites for what they did to Israel when they waylaid them as they came up from Egypt. Now go, attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. Put to death. What up? Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. So when I saw that, that made me rethinking, because I'm like, wait, why would the Lord want to kill babies and children? That doesn't even make sense. And this is in the Bible. It's right there. It literally says it. I reread it and reread it and reread it. I couldn't believe that this is what I'm reading, that the Lord is saying kill children and babies. It literally says that. I mean, it literally straight up says that. It says this is what the Lord Almighty says. I didn't say it. The Lord Almighty says it. Well, actually, it says Samuel said the Lord Almighty says. And see, and that's another real problem right there. This is what Samuel said. Samuel said this is what the Lord says. Where is the Lord to confirm or deny this claim? But that's neither here nor there. Let me go to the very end of the passage that I showed them, where it shows literally God making a fucking mistake, or at least acknowledging that he fucked up. It says right here. So let me read this part, and then we'll go over what it means in context and why. It says, then Samuel left for Ramah, but Saul went up to his home in Gibeah of Saul. Until the day Samuel died, he did not go to see Saul again, though Samuel mourned for him. And the Lord regretted that he had made Saul king over Israel. So, let's read this small little part again. The very, very last sentence. And the Lord regretted that he had made Saul king over Israel. Alright, so the reason why I highlight this part is because I was telling my uncle, right? My uncle, he just got this brand new Escalade, right? Baddest thing on the block. I'm talking about a Escalade 2026 Platinum. Okay? Custom kitted out. You know what I'm saying? Got the peanut butter's interior. Black on the outside. I'm talking about, it's a bad mamma jamma, bro. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures at some point. But I'm like, he is so fucking happy about it. You slide a thing on the panel, it opens the door. You ain't even gotta pull the thing. You just slide the thing and the door opens and closes on its own. Right? It self-driving, all the bells and whistles, everything you could possibly think of. Fucking, I just hooked up his Google Assistant, his Gemini Assistant yesterday. Shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, he's very, very proud of his fucking Escalade. I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't fucking tell yourself, damn, I bought this new Escalade. Fuck, I shouldn't have bought this brand new Escalade that I love. I wanted it so fucking bad. I got it. It's exactly how I wanted it. I love it. Fuck! Why the fuck did I get this car that I love so fucking much? You don't usually regret things that you enjoyed. Things that you actually are like, yes, this was the best possible case scenario. You usually regret things that didn't turn out the way you intended. Where, oh, you thought it was a great car, but then you had all these problems, and this happened, that happened, this happened, that happened, this happened, this happened, and now your life is ruined as a result. Or things are suboptimal as a result. You don't usually regret things that you genuinely enjoyed and that didn't have any side effects or whatever. You tend to regret bad decisions, poor outcomes, attempts that led to nowhere. Where you're like, fuck, man, I shouldn't have went over there and messed with that girl, bro. Now I'm burning. Or now I done knocked her up, but now I'm having a kid with her, and she's unruly, and we're gonna go through a custody battle, and she is probably gonna kill me in my sleep. Like those are the type of things you regret, right? You regret that time you started doing crack. You regret, driving drunk and getting arrested and having your license suspended. You usually regret stuff like that, where you're like, damn it, I fucked up. That was a horrible decision. I really shouldn't have done that. So if the Lord made a decision that he regretted, would that not mean that he made a mistake? Because the reason why this is important is because Christians like to say all the time that the Lord is omniscient, omnipotent, and omnipresent, whatever the fuck that means. So, omniscient, supposedly the Lord knows everything. Omnipotent, supposedly the Lord is capable of anything within reason, okay? He can't create something so heavy that he can't lift it. Paradoxical shit, right? Allegedly. Let us know what's up. Let us know what's up. Allegedly. But, and I'm omnipresent. Supposedly this motherfucker's everywhere. So that means this, and not just everywhere, but every time. Everywhere, every time. Right? Because he's the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So that means this motherfucker can see into the future. That means this motherfucker can see this motherfucker was gonna fuck up. So if he knew that this motherfucker was gonna fuck up, then how the fuck would he actually fuck up? Because he can just not fuck up. He can see, oh shit, I'm finna fuck up. Let me just not fuck up. And then he can just not fuck up. But no, he fucked up. And then he's like, fuck, I fucked up. It says it right there. I didn't say it. I didn't write it. They wrote it. So, and I find it funny that I'm literally explaining to a pastor his own book to him. I get off on that. By the way, when I was in college, I was literally helping an actual pastor. He was a Korean pastor. I was helping the Korean pastor study his homework because, he couldn't really understand all the English, so I had to help him to understand the English for him. But, I guess I must be God. Because all these motherfuckers are in tune with the Lord, and I still gotta be the one that's showing what the fuck is up. I must be God. I must be. Which is why you should hit that like, turn on that notification bell, and share every fucking where. Hit the OffThe9.com website and join the goddamn Discord. Stop fucking around. Hell is wrong with you? Anywho, yeah. So, and then here's the crazy part about this, right? Why did the Lord regret that he had made Saul king over Israel? I'll tell you why. Because it says right here, Let's go back up top. Alright, mind you, this is what supposedly the Lord Almighty said. He said, go attack the Amalekites and totally destroy all that belongs to them. Do not spare them. He did not specify anyone not spare. He said, do not spare them. Put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels and donkeys. So what it says is, Saul went, set an ambush. He attacked the Amalekites all the way from Abalashur, blah, blah, blah. But he took Agag, king of the Amalekites, alive. And all his people he totally destroyed with the sword. But Saul and the army spared Agag and the best of the sheep and cattle, the fat calves and lambs, everything that was good. Because, you know, babies and children aren't good. Only the sheep and the cattle, the fat calves and the lambs are the things that are good. So, anywho, they were unwilling to destroy completely. Get this shit out of my way. But everything that was despised and weak, everything that was despised and weak, they totally destroyed. Those weak-ass children, kill their ass. Those weak-ass babies, murder those motherfuckers. Who gives a fuck? But check this, though, right? Check this. Then the word of the Lord came to Samuel. Whatever the fuck that means. I regret that I have made Saul king because he has turned away from me and has not carried out my instructions. So basically, I guess Samuel is the Lord's therapist or some shit. Lord coming to Samuel like, man, this motherfucker ain't doing the right shit, man. Man, I really regret that I fucking made him king. Why the fuck I do that? Why did I do that? I knew I shouldn't have picked that dude. I knew it. Except he actually literally knew it, right? We don't really actually know shit. We trust people. We think that people are going to do what they say, and then they don't. And then we're like, oh, fuck, I know I shouldn't have trusted that dude. I know I shouldn't have trusted that chick. I know I shouldn't have trusted that whatever the fuck that person identifies as, him, her, them, they, whatever the fuck. Because people let you down. But the Lord is supposedly omniscient. So what is its excuse? His, her, them, they, whatever the Lord identifies as. What does the Lord have as an excuse if it supposedly knows everything all the fucking time? So, but get this. Check this. This is the funny part to me. When Samuel reached them, Saul said, the Lord bless you. I have carried out the Lord's instructions. Yo, I did that shit. G. Yo. Yo, bro, I got him. Bro. That's good. And Samuel's like, yo. Fuck you. And Saul's like, what are you talking about? I thought we were good, baby. What's the problem? But Samuel said, what then is the bleating of sheep in my ears? What is this lowing of cattle that I hear? Saul answered, the soldiers brought them from the Amalekites. They spared the best of the sheep and cattle to sacrifice to the Lord your God, but we totally destroyed the rest. Okay, so now peep that, right? The soldiers brought them from the Amalekites. They spared the best of the sheep and cattle to sacrifice to the Lord your God, but we totally destroyed the rest. That's not what the Lord told him to do. The Lord, if we go back up, and verse 3 says, do not spare them, put to death men and women, children and infants, cattle and sheep, camels, and donkeys, okay? So Samuel goes, enough! Let me tell you what the Lord said to me last night. Look, although you were once small in your own eyes, Did you not become the head of the tribes of Israel? The Lord anointed you king over Israel, and he sent you on a mission, saying, go and completely destroy those wicked people, the Amalekites. Wage war against them until you have wiped them out. Why did you not obey the Lord? Why did you pounce on the plunder and do evil in the eyes of the Lord? And isn't that crazy? Do evil. Killing children and babies wasn't evil, which is why I don't understand anti-abortionists, because your Lord says that it's all good. So what is your fucking problem? That should be another issue. Y'all go against y'all own shit. The Lord is cool with killing babies, so what the fuck is y'all problem? Anti-abortionists, what is y'all problem? The Lord says that you're doing evil when you don't kill the babies and children. Anywho, it says right here, but I did obey the Lord. I went on the mission the Lord assigned me. I completely destroyed the Amalekites and brought back Agag, their king. The soldiers took sheep and cattle from the plunder, the best of what was devoted to God, because, you know, and mind you, you see what he does here? Even though the Lord gave him clear instructions, what does this motherfucker do? No, I did it for the Lord. No, I kept the sheep for the Lord. Even though he told me to kill them, I just kept them because the Lord said I was doing it for the Lord. Motherfuckers will make up whatever the fuck when it comes to the Lord. So, long story short, because I'm not trying to hang on this for too much. Long story short, the Lord was like not mad that he killed babies and children, right? In modern times, we look at that as heinous. There's very, 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 very few scenarios where any sane person will be like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense that you murdered babies and children. I understand exactly. Matter of fact, that was the best thing. That was the right thing to do. Because in the modern age, you just can't make up a decent reason as to why it would even remotely even to a small degree make sense to kill a child. Like, you would be talking about one of the most extreme of situations where it literally is like your life or death. Other than that, what reason do you have to kill a baby? In my mind, I'm like, okay, even if the Lord didn't like those babies, why kill them though? Why not just like kidnap them and indoctrinate them then? If that's the case, why don't you just make them all Christians, right? Aren't they all children of the Lord and stuff like that? Why you gotta kill them though? Anywho, so I say all of that because this passage right here is what changed me from being a super diehard Christian to eventually becoming the stone cold Gnostic atheist that I am today. Because what the fuck is this psychobabble ass garbage? What is the point of all this crap? There's nothing of value here other than seeing that ancient people used to be retarded as fuck. They used to come up with all kinds of cockamamie ridiculous ideas, and people were so gullible and fucking stupid they just believed that shit for no fucking reason. This dude Samuel, who the fuck is Samuel? Talking about the Lord came to me. What the fuck is Samuel talking about? Why the fuck did Saul not ask this dude, what is this Lord? Why would the Lord come to you and not to me directly? Why would the Lord not tell me direct? I'm the king, right? I'm the fuck. Why would the Lord come to you and not to me? Why would he talk to you? If he wants me to do something, why would he just tell me straight up? I'm the anointed one, right? I'm the fucking leader of the ruler of the lands. So why would the Lord not come directly to me? But see, when you have a group of people who are retarded as fuck, who don't think things through, who are unreasonable, who are illogical, that subscribe to these sci-fi fantasy cockamamie ideas and don't actually like do their due diligence, yeah, you have these ridiculous ass situations that don't make any fucking sense. I mean, at face value, right? If you don't think about any of this shit, it makes fucking sense. Like, oh yeah, the Lord would just go to some other guy to tell me to do some shit and then be mad at me for not doing it the way he wanted it, even though he knew I wasn't gonna do it like that, but he still got mad anyway because he's retarded. So everybody in this situation is basically retarded. The Lord has all the knowledge and capability to just do it himself, but for some reason he wants some other dude to tell another dude to do some shit. Instead of just doing it himself, he has all the power. Why the fuck are you playing this weird ass cockamamie game? Why do you need this big thick book of all these weird ass situations when you can just fucking do everything the right way the first time? Why do you need this fucking complicated, convoluted ass, ridiculous ass ideology where motherfuckers gotta try to fucking make excuses for how retarded your fucking ridiculous nonsense is, and you got all the knowledge in the fucking world? I mean, we're in the universe, in the cosmos. This could be a superverse and ultraverse or fucking simulation or whatever, E8 Lattice or some shit. The Lord is supposedly the architect of all that shit. So it literally has literally all of the knowledge of all of the history of the entire existence of existence. But it can't make a basic fucking decision. That means that the Lord is retarded. So, these are the kinds of problems that theism has. They claim that they subscribe to the super duper intelligent ruler thing, this creator thing, this ultra super immaculate super duper thing. But as you see on a constant basis, this thing is the stupidest, most retarded, nonsensical, evil, maniacal, manipulative piece of shit we ever seen in our lives. I mean, it's basically a motherfucking Ted Bundy ass motherfucker. So what the fuck is the point of this shit? What actually gets accomplished with this shit? Alright? So, getting back to the topic, right? So, this is the type of shit where I'm like, okay, I'm a Gnostic atheist. Because there is never a time, ever, that theists are going to come up with anything even remotely sensible when this is the way that they talk on a regular basis. So, let me show you, if I can, I don't know if I can even find it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Hold on. See, sometimes, man, motherfuckers hit you with the block and then the whole conversation disappears. Did this dude block me, bro? Hold on. Where'd it go? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, hold on. I gotta show y'all this. This is weird. Check this out. Watch what happens when I try to go to it. What was that? What the fuck was that? It doesn't show it. I don't know what happened. It shows something else first. Like there's like an issue or something. Hold on, let me try to make this smaller and see what that's supposed to be. What happened? See, I gotta see if I can try to get a screenshot or something. Because that is so weird. That is so crazy. Huh. See, this is what I hate about social media. If you ban the comment, then just say that. If you ban the response, or if this dude blocked, just say he blocked me. Anywho. Alright. So y'all see, shit is weird with the social media shit. So I guess maybe dude blocked me or something. But long story short, this agnostic atheist was coming onto my fucking comment over here about how I said that I was able to reason myself out of theism, okay? And okay, here we go. I gotta show y'all on my phone. I don't know why it's not popping up on my PC, but y'all just gonna have to bear with me. I don't know if I can show y'all like through my phone, but I just got to show y'all the conversation. So basically, I said this post. Oh, let me move this shit out the way. So this guy asked me, "What were you convinced of by reason?" So then I told him what I told y'all. I used to be a Christian. Now I'm not. I went to college and then I became a fucking atheist. All that type of shit. Um. So I guess I'm gonna just tell y'all because I'm not finna fucking keep going through all the trouble of trying to show y'all. Look. So the person responded, "Thanks for the clear response clarifying how you arrived at your staunch Gnostic atheism, your capitals. It's also an extremely valuable opportunity to have studied philosophy when we see the entirety of social media plagued by unsupported opinion and fallacious reasoning. However, based on the dictionary definition, I cannot understand how Gnostic and atheism can coexist as, according to my understanding, only theists can be logically Gnostic." And it just gets to this pretentious ass fucking bullshit. Even goes so far as to show me a definition of Gnostic, okay? A definition of Gnostic. And see, this is the disingenuous shit that people of all kinds do. Theists, atheists, in-betweeners, this is a problem of people. And just because motherfuckers are atheists does not mean that they are not above being subject to this kind of logical, fallacious bullshit. Understanding that there are words that have multiple meanings, and their meaning changes depending on the context that they are used in, right? Words like the word like can mean so many different things in different contexts. It could be a noun. It could be a verb. It could be a fucking what do they call it? A transitive fucking some shit. A fucking useless ass word. A word where you say like you know what I'm saying, like that kind of thing. Like, you know what I mean? Or you can like something. You can click the like button, aka like something, or you can like it as in you can enjoy it. So it's like, these are the types of things that people do when they're disingenuous. So, I basically mentioned to this person the fucking, what I call the ultimate rage paradox. The fact that theists have had thousands of years to make up, or should I say, to come up with something, anything useful to demonstrate their supposed claims, to actually show us that what they are talking about makes any fucking sense. They don't even have a place to begin. Meanwhile, we have this thing called the scientific method, okay? We actually have methods for experimenting with the literal substrate of reality, right? From the subatomic scale all the way to the fucking basically universal scale, okay? So, by actually interrogating the literal reality that we are living in, that we inhabit, we can actually research aspects of reality to look for this God thing that these people are talking about. We have gotten down to even understanding the Planck length. We have cosmological concepts where there could be literal multiverses, superverses, E8 lattices, or this whole thing could be a simulation of simulations, a simulation of simulations, and turtles all the fucking way down. I thought that our goal here, actually, what is our goal? Because to me, our goal should be to figure all of this shit out. Whatever it is, whatever all of this is, we should be working to figure it out. So, you know, how can there be billions of theists and zero of them can demonstrate their theism to be true at all in any way right now? That despite all of these tools, all of this science equipment, all of these methodologies, all of these fucking computing, processing, quantum computing, and fucking all these labs all over the place, we got all these devices. How the fuck are Christians Muslims, Hindus, theists of all kinds, still arguing the same fucking bullshit. Well, how do you know it's not real? That's the best you got? Well, don't you see those beautiful trees? Yeah, I see them. What about? Well, how else could they have come about? How else could they have come about, though? And see, the reason why I say agnostic atheism is weak is because I feel like agnostic atheists, in a way, they're like theists disguised. Because it's like, I feel like agnostic atheists work so hard to try to give theists wiggle room. As a Gnostic atheist myself, I'm not giving them the wiggle room. I'm not giving them no room. Show us where the fucking Lord is right the fuck now. I'm not here to debate with you retards. In fact, the debate's over. Y'all been debating this shit for thousands of years. They've been fucking having debates. They've been murdering motherfuckers and dealing with all this fucking shit. We ain't gotta deal with this shit no more. Where the fuck is the Lord? That's all we need to talk about. Show us this Lord thing right now. There is no fucking way that literally over half the world believes in some kind of theistic nonsense, and zero of you, zero, not 0.012345, a little big fat fucking zero, none, not even the none can show us anything. So what the fuck are they talking about? So this fucking goofy, who I guess is a group expert in this group, and maybe that's why I'm not able to pull it up, I'm not sure. And who knows, maybe my comment might have got flagged or something. I don't fuck. Facebook be on some bullshit. But this person came back and said a whole bunch of fucking pretentious ass shit. Drives me fucking crazy. So motherfucker says, because, I showed him the actual definition. Hold on, let me move this. I showed him the actual definition of a Gnostic atheist, right? A person who does not believe in any gods and claims to possess absolute knowledge that no deities exist. Okay? So, yeah, like, bruh. It's abundantly clear theists have nothing and will never have anything. They don't know where to begin, to even begin, to think to begin, to come up with something that's even remotely tangible, something that's even remotely somewhat kind of convincing to somebody, a skeptic like me, who's like, yo, show me right now. It's 5:01 p.m. Central Standard Time on July the 24th, 2026. Where are the theists showing us their deity shit? Where's their deity? They got all these different deities and can't not a single one of them show a single one of them. How is that possible if theism is true? If theism is the truth, how is this possible? So this motherfucker says, Gnostic atheism, the positive claim to know that no deities exist, is only logically coherent only under extremely specific definitions of a god and faces a heavy philosophical burden of proof for the following reasons: falsifiable or contradictory god, claiming certain knowledge against logically contradictory gods, such as a married bachelor deity or a square. I'm sorry, bro. Such as a married bachelor deity or a square circle deity or empirically thought. Man, I'm not finna read all this crap. See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Why the fuck is this bitch ass dude saying this retarded ass garbage? Cause basically my response is, okay, I don't care what form of deity you want to fucking talk about. Where are any of it right now? Miss me with all this tard ass talk. Whatever deity, pick any one. I don't care which one you want to say is so real. Show us right now. In real life. Right now. Whatever deity you want to talk about, show us the stuff. Because see, we don't give this much credence to the Loch Ness Monster. To the boogeyman. To the werewolf. To unicorns. To the rising phoenix. To fucking gremlins. To Jason Voorhees or any fictional character creature you can fucking possibly think of. Why are we giving extra special credence to this piece of shit? To this bullshit? For what? Why are we even entertaining this shit? Why are we even having a conversation about this? See, this is my issue with theism and agnostic atheism. What the fuck are y'all talking about? What are these deity stuff? The shit is nothing. There is literally no value in talking about this. We are gaining nothing. We are discovering nothing. We're inventing nothing. There is no actual value being gained from even talking about this shit other than recognizing how many billions of people are retarded as hell, wasting our fucking time and resources on literally fucking nothing. All these people in government bullshitting, talking about the sci-fi fantasy fucking bullshit that cannot be demonstrated in real life at all by a single person. All these people who are going to go to church this Sunday, who are going to bullshit themselves and each other all fucking day and extract resources from our communities so they can do not a fucking thing with that shit. Oh, right, I forgot. They can pay for the lawyer fees of pastors who constantly rape kids on a constant basis because that's all they fucking do. We cover this shit every fucking day, and today ain't gonna be no fucking different because we ain't did a lab since motherfucking Monday. And so, we done missed out on all kinds of stories from this past week. And yes, Harley, they ain't discovered shit. They ain't never gonna discover shit. They discovered nothing. They discovered nothing. Yeah, they do excavations of nothing. They'll find an old cloak and just assert that, oh yeah, this must have been Jesus' cloak because it was old. Retarded ass nonsensical bullshit. None of it makes any fucking sense. Why are we entertaining this crap? Why are we having discussions about it? So that's why I am so abrasive. That's why I'm so fucking mean. Because I'm done with it. I'm done with being nice with motherfuckers. It's time for you motherfucking tards to put up or shut the fuck up forever. Right now. I'm not trying to debate with none of you dumbasses out here. If what you are saying is true, cool. Show us right now that is so true. Look, if you can show us right now, I will admit I am wrong as hell. I will denounce being a Gnostic atheist, and I will say I'm wrong. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I'm saying right now, if y'all can present any shred of anything for your theistic crap, I will hand it to y'all. There's literally billions of y'all. All it takes is one of y'all. There's billions of you. Billions of you theists. Billions of you Christians. Billions of you Muslims. There's 2.4 billion Christians. There's 2.3 billion Muslims. There's like 1.4 billion Hindus. So y'all got billions and billions and billions of theists. And not a one of you, not a single fucking goddamn one of you fucks can demonstrate. I don't know if y'all are able to see me or not. My internet cut out for a second. I hope my stream is still working. I hope my stream's still working. I just find it weird that all of a sudden I'm about to show y'all some monsters, and all of a sudden the fucking internet want to start being really fucking weird. Okay, now my stream is excellent. Dude, this should be so frustrating, I swear to God. I mean, this is beyond frustrating. This internet is driving me crazy. And it's been acting like that for like the past hour. Where it just takes forever for some reason. Even though I got full bars. Or mostly full bars. I don't get it. And I just restarted this motherfucker. What the fuck? Now the shit just ain't loading. I'm trying to load ABC News 4. Now it don't want to load. It wants to take forever. For some reason. I mean, it is taking its sweet ass time. Oh my god. See, this is how far they're going to protect these weirdos, bro. The internet wants to take its sweet ass time. And I'm probably being attacked right now. Which is why my internet just randomly went out. And why this is literally taking for... This is crazy, bro. This is actually driving me crazy. This is driving me fucking crazy. I got all these bars, and this is taking forever to load. Like, it's just not loading. I got drop frames. I mean, this is a goddamn shame, and this is actually really, really driving me crazy. Look at how long this is taking for this shit to load. Why is it not loading, folks? This is ABC News' website. Why ain't it loading? Why is the internet is connected? It's definitely connected. So why is this not loading? Why are we still waiting for ABCNews4.com? Dude, look at this. This is crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this internet. I mean, nothing is loading. I think I'm still streaming. But nothing is... I'm trying a different browser now. Nothing is loading, bro.